What's going on YouTube? Rmmo25 here bringing you another game on the Pokemon trading card game online, and I'm finally back. I was out of time this past weekend, and even if I was not, it will have been a little difficult for me to record anything since I had allergies, and just to give you an idea how bad I was. Basically, I was locked in a room, uh, curtains closed, lights turned off, and I was looking so cool with my dark glasses, and I could not even stand the light of a candle. That is just the annoying allergy that I get sometimes. But anyway, this time, after having my huge series of Hover Toxin plus Eviltal videos, it's time for another deck that won something that made it so scary. And we will be trying the Yeti Nose Roids. Yeah, basically Muscle Band makes Lugia EX one of the scariest cards in the format since turn 1 it can take 3 prizes. That is huge, huge, huge. So let's go and check this battle. I'm going against Dorian-Ex-37. He will be playing CatStoise. And it's weird because lately I have only been seeing CatStoise, no Blastoise Vicurium. That's interesting. Looks like a lot of people think that the release of Muscle Band makes CatStoise better since it's easier to reach those high numbers with Keldeo, and now you are able to just play a Mewtwo EX, attach a Muscle Band, double colorless energy, and you are already knocking out Mewtwo EX in Mewtwo Wars, because Mewtwo nowadays is way more common than it used to be, and most of that is thanks to Muscle Band. So let's see, I start with Snorlax, not a good hand. I go for Lugia because that's what I want to show, and I get nothing out of that, and except for that beautiful Frozen City. And since my opponent is playing a Rain Energy deck, I'm happy because that thing will be so annoying for my opponent, and it will be great for me. As you can see, my opponent is trying to go all out with Mewtwo. He really loves Mewtwo, and jeez, he really wants to force Mewtwo Wars right here. He attaches that water energy into that Mewtwo EX. I'm completely okay with him taking that damage. I really love my opponent taking unnecessary damage. That's great. And too bad, still nothing. I'm drawing completely dead right here, which is scary because my opponent already has one Squirtle, and if he gets a Blastoise, that will be very scary. So I really need to get Pokemon out as fast as I can, and I need energies, and I need lots of things, and here comes the Blastoise. Not what I wanted to see. Yeah, here comes the Blastoise. There is no reason not to go for that. There it is. There we will see Rare Candy. Rare Candy. Okay. There is the Rare Candy, and there is the Blastoise. Lucky for me, my opponent has not such a big hand, so I'm able to go for... he won't be able to attach that many energy this turn. That leaves that Mewtwo with 40 damage and only 2 energy, which is something I can deal with. Right here I finally get the star of the deck, which is Muscle Band, which makes Lugia EX huge, huge, and oh my god, and I hope that in just a couple of turns I will be able to get rid of everything on my opponent's side of the field. He gets the Cylon, and that means 3 free energy on my opponent's side of the field, just like that. I think this Snorlax will be going down, even though there is really no reason for my opponent to attach, I think it's 2 energy into this Mewtwo. No, it will be 3 energy. That will be 5 energy into this Mewtwo, and that will leave it very fragile. So yeah, there is no reason to attach those 3 energy into Mewtwo. A better choice right here will be Keldeo. But let's see, because my opponent really takes his time thinking what he's going to do. And for a moment of two in this game, I was thinking that my opponent went completely AFK, but no, he's finally back, and I really don't like this. Seriously, it was much better to go all out with Keldeo, because that will have allowed him to keep at least 2 energy on his side of the field. And now if I'm able to get that DCE, which I hope I finally get, I will Juniper away 3 supporters in order to go for that. Wow, and I get it. I don't get the DCE, but I get Cold Rest Machine and I get energy. So I'm feeling good, and this will be a very lovely turn, because right here I'm going to go for Plasma Gale. That is 140 damage. That is a dead Mewtwo EX, and that means I get to take 3 prizes. And suddenly my opponent is not really looking that good. I mean, I know I don't have any Deoxys EX in play, but as soon as I start to get them, my opponent will not be able to even promote a single EX, because he's playing only 170 HP EX, and right here I'm double checking because I didn't want to mess that up, but yeah, Kyogre EX has also 170 HP. So right now my opponent is trying to go with Suicune since he thinks that will stop me. Lucky for me, I draw that Snorlax EX. I won't be doing anything in a couple of turns, so this Lugia will take lots of damage, but right now I can try to power up this rounding Snorlax, yeah, that thing, because Snorlax will pretty much deal not with just Suicune, but with everything on my opponent's side of the field, because as soon as I get lots of Plasma Pokemon, none of the Pokemon on his side of the field will really appreciate that impact to the face. And that's what I'm looking for, but as you can see, the deck does not love me. Really, it does not love me. Cold Rest for 7, and I got duplicates of cards that I really don't need right now. I mean, this is great, I will not complain about that, but why on earth will I get 2 max potions right here? Not good, not good. My opponent is really not playing that many supporters. I don't know if he's drawing completely dead, he does not play that many supporters, or what is he doing? And he really does not want to attack with Keldeo, which is weird because Keldeo is a great attacker in this deck. And since I have Thundurus EX as my active Pokemon, Keldeo EX is really good because Mewtwo won't be doing that much damage. But looks like my opponent is afraid of my Lugia, so he's trying to power up his own Mewtwo. He does not know that I play Mewtwo of my own, so if he wants to get into Mewtwo Wars, I have an answer for that. And look at that, he tries to go with 2 Mewtwo EX at the same time. I'm really not that concerned right here, to be honest. I don't have everything I need on my hand. Double DCE is great. Yeah, I have lots of things. I will even get a Lugia with 3 plasma energy, which is huge, and it already has muscle vent. And on my next turn, I will be able to think back for lots of damage. So seriously, I'm not worried at this moment. I have nothing to worry about, especially if my opponent decides to go all out with Mewtwo. And looks like he finally realizes that the best thing he has to attack me will be Keldeo. If he had gone for that in the first place, maybe the game will have gone the other way, because as you can see, I'm drawing so dead. Seriously, look at that. No Pokemon. No, nothing. That is insane. That is just completely insane. Well, at least right here I will be able to max potion my Thunderous. I will attach that muscle band into my Thunderous just because this Snorlax will be dying. And finally, after I have lost the count of how many supporters I have played, finally I get Pokemon. For a moment, I thought that I was not playing even a single Pokemon. But, well, now I finally get them. This Snorlax is going to Team Pack, and Suicune really does not appreciate that Team Pack to the face, and basically right here is... yeah, basically right here is game, because he has nothing that wants to take a Plasma Gale to the face. Because if he does not get rid of my Frozen City, he will have enough damage for Lugia EX to go and take 3 prizes, or 2 prizes in the case of Blastoise. And yeah, obviously this Snorlax will go down. My opponent was playing too defensive, to be honest. He was so afraid of Lugia, and when Snorlax came out to the field, he was so afraid of Snorlax that he simply did not want to take any risk at all. Right here he's thinking what is he going to do, but seriously at this moment there is not a lot that he can do. That's not an end, so that means I keep my hand, and interesting, he goes for that, but as soon as we attach another energy into Mewtwo, I will be able to get rid of that. Yeah. So right here what I'm going to do is I will promote my Thunderous EX, and what I can do right here is attach 1 energy into that Thunderous just to be able to retreat, and I could have used that cool race machine, but I really want to show you guys the power of Lugia. That's what this video is about. So I get my 3rd Deoxys, which will allow me to show you the power of Lugia, the power of 1. And as you can see, that is a Plasma Gale for 170 HP on a fresh Mewtwo EX that will, well, this time it will give me 2 prizes, but if I had the chance I would have taken 3 prizes right there. So the Yeti is a deck that we have to watch out for in this coming state season, because Lugia is such a broken card at the moment, because you only need to get 1 Lugia EX going on, and even if you are losing badly in prizes, 1 Lugia EX can take you can give you the game in just 2 turns, just like that. So, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to see more content, and I will see you guys next time.